Easy Does It Counseling presents this guided reflection. Welcome. Change, even when we choose it, often leaves us feeling unsettled. Even good change can bring loss. Even needed change can stir grief or fear. Today's reflection isn't about rushing to accept or to celebrate change. It's about giving yourself space to consider it, to ask the questions that matter to you, and to listen inward without judgment. Begin by finding a comfortable position, a place to sit or lie down. Close your eyes and let your hands rest easily. Let your breath find its own natural rhythm. You don't have to force any kind of stillness or calm. You're allowed to just meet yourself exactly as you are. This reflection is not a test. It's merely an inquiry. There are no right or wrong answers, only your real experience. Let's begin. When life shifts, by choice or by circumstance, or by force, we are often left with questions we didn't know we were carrying. Questions about who we are now, or what matters next, or about what or whom we might lose now that things have shifted. And today is not about finding neat answers to those specific questions, but about having the courage to ask them honestly. Here are some questions for you to consider. What has changed or is changing in your life right now? How much of that change did you choose? How much of it was placed on your path or without your consent or input? What exactly do you hope might stay the same? What parts of you feel uncertain right now? Is there anything you feel you're losing? Is there anything you're gaining, even if you didn't want it this way? In what ways might you be trying to hold on? In what ways have you been trying to let go? What part of you feels ready, or maybe almost ready, to adapt? What part of you feels like it can't or won't change? Who or what do you miss from the way things were before? Is there anything you're relieved to leave behind? When you imagine yourself growing into this change, what qualities in yourself will you need to nurture? What strengths are you carrying with you, even if you forget they're there sometimes? who, if anyone, might walk beside you as you move through this change. What's one thing you know is true about surviving change? Change is rarely clean. It's rarely linear or simple, and it stirs hope, but it also stirs grief, excitement, and also fear, resistance and longing, and often all at once. You may find yourself feeling conflicted about change, and that, of course, is simply human. There's nothing wrong with that. Adjusting to change isn't about feeling brave every moment. It's not about loving every loss, but continuing to listen inward, to honor what is real for you, and to take each next step with as much courage and care as you can manage. You don't have to rush to understanding, and you don't have to rush to acceptance. You're allowed to take your time. You're allowed to bring all of yourself into this, piece by piece, some parts moving faster, some parts staying behind or struggling. The unsure parts, the grieving parts, the hopeful parts, the exhausted parts. They'll all get there. Change is part of life, and so is the slow, imperfect, powerful work of adjusting to it. You've asked important questions of yourself today, and you've met yourself honestly. Thank you for being willing to continue your own becoming. You are not alone. Easy Does It Counseling hopes you've enjoyed this guided reflection. For more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe.